Hi, I'm Tim Conway, and I'm running for President of the United States. A president has the right to issue an executive order. Now, there's nothing specific in the Constitution that says a president can do this, but it is implied in that the president has the authority as well as the responsibility to run the government, basically, to execute the laws of the United States. Executive orders are generally seen to be directives made to agencies within the federal government. That is, an executive order tells the people who work in the government what they're supposed to do or how they're supposed to do a certain thing. Executive orders are not intended to affect the people of the United States. Now, when a department of the government under direction of the president says that you can't use a particular type of water heater or appliance, or that says you can't use a particular type of light bulb, or that you are restricted in some other fashion, those are unconstitutional measures. In other words, the Congress has the right to make laws, and it's the federal government, the executive branch's job to see that those laws are executed, that they're properly followed. If Congress makes a law saying that certain types of appliances are not permitted anymore, or that certain types of light bulbs aren't permitted, or that certain actions are not permitted, then the federal government has the duty to carry out those laws and see that those laws are enforced. But the federal government, the executive branch of the federal government, does not have the right to make laws. The departments within the federal government are there to execute the laws set up by Congress, not to carry out instructions from the president that impose any kind of restrictions or make obligations of or necessitate the compliance by the citizens of the United States. Presidents recently have gone to far extremes to create orders. Many executive orders are proposed by branches of the federal government that then the president executes or delivers that executive order, and so that they can carry out what they want to carry out. But departments of the federal government are not allowed to make laws. These executive orders, rather, should be challenged because they aren't laws. Now, the Congress can say, well, that's a good idea, and make a law that says the same thing as the executive order. And again, any law made by Congress can be challenged in the Supreme Court. There are too many directives coming out of the White House and coming out of the federal bureaucracy that they don't have the right to make. And laws regulating commerce between the states, which Congress has, are one thing, but laws regulating actually what can be made are a different thing altogether. I'm Tim Conway. I'm running for President of the United States. I know that it's important to give clear directions and set clear expectations to the people that work for you. But as an executive of the federal government, my job is not to dictate to the American people what they can and can't buy, or what they can and can't do that isn't already established by laws enacted by Congress. My job is to carry out those laws, to see that the government agencies perform the duties that they are assigned by law to do, and really the best job that an executive can do is to streamline and refine the processes of the government, to limit the government to doing what it has been assigned to do by law, and to regulate the cost of performing all of these functions. I'm Tim Conaway. I'm running for President of the United States, and I want to reduce both the size of federal government and the power that it has assumed over the people. The government is not in charge of the people. The people are in charge of the government. Let's take back that power. Vote for me as president.